Hi guys! Welcome to today's video. We are going to be spilling all the secrets about Mount Kilimanjaro. So if you haven't seen all of our videos, you should go watch them because they're really fun and it was such a cool adventure. We filmed videos for literally across all the channels that YouTube family, Just Around 33, all around Audrey. Each of them have different perspectives and different fun little tidbits about the mountain in them, so you should definitely go check out all of the videos. But in today's video, we're gonna talk about our experience, what things we wish we knew before we hiked, and just secrets from the mountain. Okay, so let's get started! What was everyone's favorite part about hiking Mount Kilimanjaro?
I think it was day one rainforest. I think that was the biome, because I got to see and the monkeys and hear them go wah all night long. Yeah, I was up to like past 1:30 the whole night. I didn't sleep past 1:30 because I was just listening to monkeys go wah wah wah.
Okay, so my favorite part, you ready? Here we go, is getting this shirt because look at this right there. Woo! I did it! I made it! For the record, I was the oldest person in our group. I think there was a porter that was older.
Yeah.
But as for all the guides and for all the climbers, I was the senior. Your favorite shirt!
It's awesome. I think one of my favorite parts about the entire experience, and I think honestly all of y'all would agree, is the company we went with, Kili Warriors, was incredible. I don't know what I was expecting, but they blew out all of my expectations out of the water.
Absolutely.
They were that good. They would carry those giant duffel bags and everything, and
Three-course meals.
Yeah, they'd always bring us 3-course
for every meal.
Hot water to wash our face off in the morning, and like hot water bottles at night when it was chilly and everything.
Always asking how we were doing.
Yeah, and they were constantly making sure we were safe. Like they were checking our heart rate and our oxygen. They just were like so on top of everything, and literally we always felt so safe with them. Like they were a phenomenal company.
So there was 8 of us climbing, and there were 55
Yeah, 55.
porters and guides that were there to support us, to get us to the top and back down safely. And it was just amazing. The energy that they brought helped us all stay energized and positive.
So
they
true.
had so many reasons to be upset and just
it's
like down.
Raining.
Dude,
and
they're just like high-fiving and fist bumps.
They're so awesome. Mega shout out to them.
And then my favorite part, I think you liked the rainforest, but I actually liked the mountain zones, like the heather and the moorland. I think my favorite part was the camp right before summit day. Before we went to bed, like after it got dark, there was like this gorgeous view of the western breach. And like the moon was out just enough that you could like see the silhouette of the western breach against like all the stars.
Yeah.
It was so cool. And then we hiked the western breach and it was rough.
But we did it!
We did it!
Now, what was everyone's hardest part?
I know, Dad.
What was the most challenging?
Summit day.
Summit day was hard.
Summit day.
Western Breach was the hardest for me.
Summit day was like so cool because it's something that you anticipate for so long.
I mean, that's the whole point of the trip, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you're
Summit
like,
day.
you're so excited for it. It's like such an accomplishment, so it's really cool. But it is definitely the most physically challenging.
Well,
It's only 13 hours of straight up. I mean, come on. Yeah, my hardest part was not the western breach. It was the part from that Arctic or the glacier camp.
It was the last 500.
Where we had, from that part where we had lunch. So you just came over the western breach. You're like, oh, I did it. And you have lunch, and then you look up and you see like 800 more feet up, and it's all snow covered. The challenge was it started to warm up, and the snow got soft, and you sunk up to like your thighs. That's where I found my. Oh, that was so tough. I did it.
For me, one of the most challenging parts was something that I did not expect, but it was the nighttime. Specifically, when it got closer to summit day, it was getting really cold at night. And if you know me, I am a wimp when it comes to the cold. So I was wearing like all of my layers to bed, and I had like 2 hot water bottles in my sleeping bag. I was like covered in hot hands and everything. Because I was using all of those layers, it like, I don't know why, but I just got mega anxiety that I was like, couldn't breathe. I was like suffocating. I don't think that was an experience that everybody had. That was just a me thing, but that was definitely the most challenging part for me, was the mental part. So did y'all feel claustrophobic or like any anxiety at all?
No, but my back
actually-
hurt last day.
I'm surprised with my fear of heights that I didn't ever have a point where like I just started panicking on the Western Breach, because there were like some moments
There were some steep parts.
like like you would look behind you and you're like, oh my gosh, like you lose your balance backwards and you're just
You're done for.
tumbling back down the mountain.
Well, okay, we
Like-
also had it hard because we were the first group of the season and the first group of all the groups. So the porters ahead of us were literally chiseling the path out where we put our feet.
That's true.
So the groups that go after us would have had a lot easier time because they would have had those little footholds, but we had to pave the
We
way.
had to wait.
So yeah, Western Bridge was my hardest part too because it's just a lot of hours and you got up really early and I just got really tired and I didn't eat a lot and so then I started feeling shaky and then I was like, I'm gonna pass out. If I pass out, pull it down the mountain. So I told the
You're like,
porters
snack break!
yeah, I told the porters I need a snack break and they're like, oh, okay, thanks for telling us.
But I have to say, we're a normal family. Like, a lot of the videos that you'll find on YouTube is of, like, these buff bodybuilders or, like, these mountaineering people. We're not that. We're just a normal family that enjoys hiking, but we don't go hiking, like, 24/7 or anything like that. So, if we can do it, y'all can totally do it too. And it is, like, so worth it. What was everyone's bestest gear that they brought?
The shoes!
Yeah.
Boots.
The hiking boots,
The
the
boots
Solomon
you got.
hiking boots.
I think everyone's gonna
Like-
agree the boots. The
Okay,
boots were so
let me
nice.
just say, love them because they're lightweight. They have like tracks that you don't feel like you're gonna fall off the mountain because they're like deeper tracks. And it literally survived my whole foot sinking into the mud on day 1. Didn't get a single drop of water on my sock. Rain every single day. It survived. And snow.
It's true.
It survived all the elements with flying colors.
And mine were in the shade of light blue. I finished the mountain where they looked like
Brown.
they looked brown, but then we cleaned them and they look fine again. They're blue again. And I'm like, how? It was marinating in mud for 9 days and it still came out. Like, it's not stained. What are some things that we brought that we did not use as much?
Used everything
I
we
think
brought.
I used everything
Honestly, yeah.
I took.
Except we did bring a lot of snacks.
Snacks, yeah.
But we shared them with the porters and they were very good.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need tons of snacks because they do feed you really, really well.
Yeah.
Our
And the food is
company did.
really good too. We
That's
loved
the
all the
thing.
food.
Is if we hadn't enjoyed the food, we probably would have ate more snacks, but the food was so good. just
I mean,
giving
I
it
don't
to
know
everybody.
how it is with other
Yeah.
companies, but with Killy Warrior,
With Killy Warrior,
Experience-
it's really good. What are some things that we did not bring, but we wish we brought now that we've already finished?
I wish I had gotten a heavier down coat because mine was a little thin. I had done research on the gear, unfortunately, after I had bought the coat.
Oh.
I wish I had fleece and down,
Yeah.
not just down.
That's what I brought.
That's what these
Yeah.
guys did.
I agree. I agree. I didn't bring fleece, and so I ended up stealing Dad's fleece and using it pretty much every day on the
entire
mountain.
time.
So bring a fleece layer and a down layer.
And fleece for your friend, because they're gonna do that for you.
I would recommend, don't forget a clean pair of clothes, or honestly
After.
2 clean pairs of clothes for after your expedition. Because you don't want to get off the mountain and then be stuck wearing your nasty clothes that you hiked in that reek
For
like
9
BO.
days.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah. Also, I don't think I would have had room for this, but something I wish I had was an extra mattress pad. They already have one already set up for you, but I wish I had just like another layer. What about the Mount Kilimanjaro experience shocked you the most?
I think having to pee 3 times in the middle of the night.
Oh my goodness.
Every
Yes.
night.
3
Because-
times is lucky. I tried 7.
Because you take medicine called Diamox, which
For
is to help
altitude.
with altitude sickness.
You don't have to, but take
Yeah,
the
you should do it.
recommendation
I
from
would
me. You
recommend
should.
You should do it. And you should probably take it coming down too.
Yes.
Because I didn't. And I paid the price.
But again, consult your doctor.
always
if
go to
that's
the
something
doctor
you can.
before just to make sure that you get the green card to go on the trip.
Yeah, that's true.
So you don't have more problems. I did not expect to be up constantly in the middle of the night using the bathroom.
Because that's one of the side effects of the medicines. It makes you need to use the bathroom a lot.
And I never have to, but I had to up there.
It was not a fun experience
Yeah.
because you're already cold. You have to out of the tent. a second layer.
That's all you
walk to
hear
the
all
bathroom.
night long. It's just thinking people's stance going.
What surprised me the most was how easily out of breath you get. I mean, you know that like the oxygen is thinner at higher altitudes, but it was like you have to like crawl to the bathroom because there was one time that I walked at like a normal speed to the bathroom and I was seriously so out of breath. It feels like just when you work out really hard and you're like
Just out of breath. I will say one thing I think shocked everybody was the first day or the first night we got to camp and we were having dinner. They brought us out soup and bread and we're all eating it. We're like, oh, this is really good. This is really good. And we're like eating a lot of it because
We thought
that was
we thought
dinner.
it was the whole meal.
And then we finished soup and bread and they're like, okay, here's dinner. And we're like,
We're
what?
like, we're like, what
And
in
they
the
brought
world?
out, was it 3 courses?
Yeah, dessert
Yeah,
too.
and we're like, and that's how it was the entire trip. So it's like, wow.
Yeah,
So
above and beyond.
Shout out to Mama Juma.
Woo! And lastly, what are some secrets from the mountain that we didn't share in our like vlog videos?
One thing that I told myself I really wanted to film was the going down part because no one ever films it. And now I know why no one films it. It's because as soon as you summit, you have like 15 minutes and then it's go time down the mountain. It's like 3 hours straight of just going down the mountain. But they want you to go fast because they don't want you to like start feeling tired and sore, and they just want to get you off because you can only be up that high for so long without like getting really sick from the altitude. And so they're like, all right, it's go time. No more pulley.
Yeah.
We're going straight down fast. I had literally
awesome.
no time to press the record button. I was just going.
I basically got like yeeted down the mountain by a porter. Like as soon as we summited, they like took me by the left arm, like the whole left arm, and they just like marched me down the mountain like light speed.
one tip for us, because we were videotaping a lot of our experience, is we invested in the new GoPro. So this was actually
The
one
best.
of the best things
It was
because
nice.
there was rain a lot of the time, and so with our regular cameras, we wouldn't have been able to pull them out. This was a great investment. So anybody who's going to be videotaping, I recommend
The
getting
GoPro.
something that like a GoPro that's all weather, because
Yeah.
if it is raining, you're not going to be able to pull out your regular camera.
We got hours and hours worth of footage, 200 clips per person, and the camera never ran out of battery. So
No, it's true.
True.
This is
it was
phenomenal.
great. My secret from the mountain. This might be a TMI.
Oh no.
But
Oh no, not the TMI.
altitude does some weird stuff to your stomach sometimes. Let's just say sometimes you get a little gassy on the mountain, so just expect that. That was a little secret that.
Let's
That's my
just
worst
say
part of
your
the mountain.
tent had some strong aromatherapy.
All
I was
natural.
stuck- I was stuck in there.
You know what? Oh, something I didn't bring that I wish I brought that I just remembered. Tums!
Oh yes.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness! Tums!
Yeah.
Bring the tums.
Bring
The
Tums.
tums.
And chapstick! Bring normal chapstick. Oh my.
Yeah.
So they recommend SPF chapstick, and I started using SPF
Bring both.
chapstick. And
Your lips are gonna get burned even if you use the SPF, so bring in normal too.
day one at Crusty Lips. Day one.
I donated mine to Audrey, which left me with nothing. So if you're gonna do it, bring one for you and one for your friend. There's a pattern here.
Because your lips get so crusty.
Yeah. I will say though, none of us got like super sick while on the mountain. I did get pretty sick at the very, very end, like literally during the certificate ceremony when we were sitting down after and having like snacks and everything. I got pretty lightheaded and pretty nauseous, but I just needed to drink more electrolytes and get some sleep, and then I was all good. And then Audrey felt altitude sickness after the mountain.
Mine
which
was
is kind of just-
delayed while during our safari and coming home and during Christmas and a couple days after Christmas. For a week basically. I got my first migraine that I think was due to like the altitude sickness or whatever, even though I took the medicine but I didn't take it coming down. So that was horrible. I was in bed for 3 days straight, also because my left calf like literally got so tight and like seized up.
Like, think Charlie horse, but ongoing for days.
Well, I couldn't like walk normal on. I had to walk like a little fairy princess tippy toes. It was horrible. So that hurt so bad. My migraine hurts so bad. I was just doing rough, but I'm better now.
You know what? Being the old guy I had the least side effects.
You're done.
Like, I didn't have any problems. Like, it was awesome.
Anyways, hopefully this video was helpful. Let us know in the comments if you're preparing to go hike Mount Kilimanjaro or if you're just watching this for fun. If you're gonna put this on your bucket list, I highly recommend putting it on your bucket list. And go with Kili Warrior Expeditions. That company is so amazing. Big shout out to them, and also thank you to them again for inviting us to come hike Mount Kilimanjaro. It was seriously an unforgettable experience, and we have so many fun memories now that we're just gonna cherish for life. Like, it was so cool. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye! Hi, Toodles!